Hey, what's up, buddy? We back another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. You know I'm with the bearded wonder himself. But today we got somebody else in the building, dog. He got that real energy. He that real dude. Whoa, we go. What's the alias to now? Is Nike Foot Fred?
It's just Fred right now. That season done. It's just Fred right now.
It's Fred right now,
It's just
man.
Fred right now.
What's good, man? What's going on, man?
Now living to the fullest.
First of all, I got to congratulate you, man.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Career been amazing thus far.
Congratulations.
So, how's it feel, man? Like when you transition from 400 mentality to 100 meter mentality, was it a different mindset in your mind? Like,
I feel like the 400 mentality is the 400 mentality. The 400 is actually a man race. The 100 is just a play, I would say. I feel like some of the guys that I see in the 100, they got it, but they don't actually got it. You know what I'm saying? Just like they there because they can get out of the blocks fast and stuff. But I think I broke a lot of people on the 100, as I would say, because their mentality changed. Why did this 400 guy go to the 100? You can see the top dog with a top dog. They're not even top dog no more. Or they're not even on the map no more.
yeah. But I say, what was it? Ostrava
2021.
2021. Race against him. I was like, Ostrava, ain't that many people in the race. All right, look down the list. Oh, it's Fred in the race. All right, cool. You gonna have the 400 guy gonna jump down, get a little 100 in him. You know what I'm saying? Get in the blocks, do our thing. Gun go off. Pow! I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop Fred off probably around the transition phase. I look over. That shit ain't happened. That shit did not happen, dog. Next thing I know, he's still rolling. Feet in front of him, striking the ground, come across the line. Fred got the dub. After that, everybody still was like, man, Fred, man, he a 400 runner, man. He ain't gonna do nothing in the 100. I like, look, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know. He real with it.
Yeah, I remember when I talked to you on the phone and I said, he like that. You was like, nah, I think Jet could really, he could really come down to this event and really shake something up. So I did. Shoot, I don't know if you remember, I had to end up apologizing to you after that year because I remember you actually made the team and everything. And I was like, bro, I got to apologize because I had no faith. I was like, you should just stay in the 400, man. He's very successful in the 400. I don't know if you're going to have that much success. But you did.
Appreciate
it. And you made me eat my words.
That will always do, so no worries.
Oh, man. Let's talk about, man, your rise. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand the kind of mindset. What made you step down in the 100, take it seriously? Because a lot of people feel like you was just doing it for training, for speed for the 400, but then you actually came to the 100. What did that look like with your shoe company? Did you have any bonuses in your contract for the 100?
No, I had no bonuses.
So that's what I want to get to, right? You had no bonuses and you go out there and make the team. What was that doing in your rise? Did you have like pressure from your shoe company to be like, hey, man, I feel like this your race, this where you need to be, or continue your journey on your story?
I feel like track and field for me is really no pressure. Pressure is everything me growing up. This sports stuff is actually easy. So I just laugh at it and live through the fullest. So me stepping on the blocks and everything, that's just a blessing as it is. But this track stuff is no pressure. I already been through pressure in life. So track and field is definitely the most easy part of my life. And I just laugh and enjoying every bit of success. So the shoe contract ain't really putting no pressure on me to say go stay to the 400. It was my choice. And I feel like I do it my way. Why do it somebody else's way? Because if I do it their way, I'm not gonna enjoy the stuff. If I do it my way is always gonna work, and it's been working ever since.
So you bet on yourself.
I got to bet on myself because if betting on myself when I walked on that junior college and I ain't had no scholarship, you know what I'm saying? And then went to the following year, got a scholarship, and then went to A&M and did my thing at A&M, then broke the collegiate record. That's been betting on myself my whole entire career.
Shoot. A lot of people don't know that you was actually a really good football player in high school.
Yeah.
What made you pick the track route, even though the football route could be a lot more lucrative?
I broke my collarbone second round playoff my senior year.
That would stop you. That would stop you.
Yeah, I ain't had surgery. You can still see it if you ever touch my.
Hold on. You ain't had no surgery on it?
I ain't had no surgery on it.
So you just let it heal on its own.
Like,
that's the pressure in life you're talking about. He said the real pressure is in real life, not in sports.
Yeah, so I ain't never had surgery on my shoulder. And I just been riding everything through. It ache and everything now and then, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, for you, like now, even when you came and started running 100, right? Do you feel like the shoe companies understood what you were doing, or they was just like they still didn't believe in what you could do?
I feel like to the fullest, I don't feel like the shoe company actually respect us athletes.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We all greats in our own ways. Don't matter if you at the bottom of the pole or the top at the podium, because every athlete can market themselves in different type of ways, which these companies don't understand. Like everybody great in their own ways, and we are competitive in our own ways. I feel like at the end of the day, the shoes brand don't really respect us. They respect themselves because either you're gonna wear it or not. But the athlete's the one that make the brand. The brand don't make the brand. Without us, there's no brand.
Yeah. They look at us as replaceable.
Yes.
They bet on the next young athlete is going to come down the pipeline and say, okay, we're going to throw the product on you since this guy don't want to do it. He hip to the game that he ain't being respected in the game, so we're going to push him out the way by bringing in new talent. But the thing is, what I love about what you do is, bro, and I've been watching you this year, and the way you communicate with the other athletes, I have so much respect for you because our sport, especially from the 100-meter side, we always have this veil where we don't communicate. We feel like we got to be like tougher than tough and act like we have to put on this macho mentality and be like, man, I ain't talking to him, right? Because it's for whatever reason, like us communicating is showing some type of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
But I talked to Bracy. I don't know if the story is true or not, where y'all communicated about contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you told him exactly what happened with Nike and as you was moving on to your next contract, and you gave him game.
Mm-hmm.
And that game helped him get a better contract than he was ever going to get. We never had that kind of conversation in sport.
Yeah.
At least I've never had conversation like that in sport. Because
I feel like at the end of the day with that situation, yeah, we are competitive, but track and field don't eat once we get done with this sport. How can we eat and forever eat when we get done with this sport? We don't got no union or none of that. When we get gone with this sport, most of us get left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got all these medals and stuff, but these medals don't mean nothing. We going back home to a shack or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, how can we eat for life? Like, that's what I feel like, that a lot of people at the top just eat while we are slave to this sport. And us athlete is the sport. Until us athlete understand that we are the sport and the people at the top really can't make no money without us, that's when this sports will grow. And a lot of athletes don't understand. Just like, say for instance, if they say, oh, we need to sit out. There's no such thing as sit out in track and field. If I sit out, that's next young cat gonna step up, and then we forget about, or we get black about all the sport. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand business. I got a whole business degree, so I understand everything that's going on around me and stuff. Because if I go sit down, I lose money. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as sit down. How can we make it right now, not later?
Shoot. And another aspect, man, people don't know how compassionate you are. You know what I mean? I'd seen, Leslie Taboho calls you Big Bro Fred. Man, he said in his darkest moment, you were there for him. He don't know what he would have did, like if you wouldn't have been there for him, man. And in sport, that's your direct competitor. To be around there for him like that, man, I think that's very huge that he calls you Big Bro. How do you feel about like being looked up to in the sport like that?
I feel like at the end of the day, we all competitive. What we do on the track is on the track. But when we leave the track, we are human beings. Like, leave the stuff on the track. But when stuff happen at home and all that stuff, as the next human being, we got to try to uplift the next person. I'm a competitor to everything. I hate losing. I'm talk shit regardless. That's how I raised and stuff.
Facts.
So it's that's just the natural me. But the other natural me, I know how it is not have nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's for me, and I feel like every other athlete try to lift up every other athlete because you never know when I probably need you or need you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people forget. Like you can't burn bridges just because you competed against the next person.
Facts. Yeah. One thing I do admire about you, and I've been watching your page for a long time, is you manifest everything.
I am mystery.
Manifest everything, bro. You talk about greatness, you exercise greatness, you compete with greatness, and then greatness has become who you are, right? And we saw it happen, right? We know that outside of track and field, you got to take what your earnings are and you got to invest it somewhere else because you can't invest in track and field, right? It's never going to pay you back.
Yes.
Never going to pay you back. Like you said, we have no unions. We have nothing like that to be able to make the next step, next leap, as we should as professional athletes. What made you get into like land? What made you start buying like property and things like that? Because that's big moves. That sets you up for life.
OG always say, you can't get back land, so buy it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole goal is to buy all the land I can possible because that's gonna pay me back when I get done with this sport. So I just keep on buying land and study the land too. So once you study your land, you know what's everything on your land from the minerals. So you can't just buy land without buying the mineral rights. Because if you just buy topsoil, you ain't getting in the ground. So if you own land and you sell me the mineral rights and stuff, I get everything in the ground. But if I don't sell you the mineral rights and I start digging in the ground, everything in the ground is mine, it's not yours.
Giving y'all game, y'all.
You hear that?
He
That's
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He giving y'all game, man. Y'all take that game,
He
man.
said, look, I'm going to sell you the topsoil. You don't even know you even getting that.
Yeah.
And next day you're going to see him digging on your land, like, oh, you don't own none of this underneath.
Yeah.
But you can have all this topsoil that's piled up over here.
Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Fred, one thing I want to touch on, man, is you're a very private person.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know you're a very private person. But after 2022, man, you had people knew you for the 400 and they know who you were, but you had a different kind of stardom after your world championship win. How did you deal with your different type of stardom or everybody knowing who you are, coming into new money, a new bracket of money that 400 meter runners don't get? How did you handle that? And I won't even ask you about pressure because you already answered that question. But how did you handle the newfound stardom and the newfound fortune?
I think I handled it well, but I also could have managed it better. That 2023 season and stuff. It's just like traveling the world more, competing more, just going to get different continents and running more often. So I feel like I could have handled the whole 2023 season a lot better and stuff. But I can't complain because it was a blessing to deal with that, to know where I'm trying to go.
I talked about it on the pod before, and I said that Fred is the kind of person that operates in adversity, right? He was born in adversity. You molded from it. All your great achievements have come from the fact that you face adversity head on. Your 2023 season was just that. I feel like it catapulted what you need to be and what you need to get back on for 2024, right?
Correct.
What are we going to see in 2025 for you?
And greatness. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting my head back locked in fully. So I feel like I should be able to PR in the 100 and 200. So he basically back to the groundwork, to the dirty work from the ground. You know what I'm saying? From the raw grind. You know what I'm saying? So it's just nothing break me down to build me back up. All the strength from the gym to the core work and everything. Give me some distance in these legs and stuff and my strength back, and I'd be good.
Do you think that in the 2023 season, you receiving as much deals as you get, the Tag here, the Oakley, I think Skims was one.
Skim was this year.
Okay. A lot of the brands, was that a distraction because the obligations of maybe photo shoots or anything? Was that a distraction for you?
I really ain't do that much photo shoots. I don't feel like that was a distraction. it was for me really and truly. I actually tore my quad the year before in the semifinal of the 200. So no, actually in the semifinal of the 100, and then it broke in the semifinal of the 200. So I actually tore my stuff. So I ain't, you know me, I ain't really tell people.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yes,
Like,
100%.
I'm not stepping on the track if I know I'm not gonna win. So that is what it is. But it was all rehabbing and trying to get my strength up between 2 and 3 season. I feel like I'm barely coming back around, but that's nobody business. If I step on track, I know I'm capable of winning.
Yeah. Brooks used to always tell us, say, don't have excuses. If you go out there and line up, you better run. Don't come across that line talking about, my quad. You be like, you lined your ass up.
Ain't nobody forced you to get on that line.
You could have declined.
Yeah, actually tore in the 100 first. That's why I ran 10-0. You can see on my face. Go watch the
video,
the 100 of the semifinal. I actually did like this, like smile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I went back. I said, I gotta do something with this. If the planes ain't come across to calm me down, I would have lost that race at World Championship. But it was something to say, I got to get this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go look at the semifinal of the 100. You can see I ran 10-0. I'm like that. I'm like, damn, I don't know how to do it. I ran to the back fast. I'm like, damn, I got to get this shit right. And then I just barely did leap because you saw me slow coming out the block in the final. I'm like, this was not me the last 2 rounds. So it's just like I had to finish that race. It basically was all heart. No legs, no nothing. It was all heart in the final at World Championship.
That's definitely a good look, man. You are in a rare air, and I don't think a lot of people know this, of best all-around sprinters all time, from the 1, the 2, and the 4. People forget that you ran 43. People forget 19.7 and then 9.7. You know what I mean? I think you have the record for the fastest opening round in the World Championships at 9.7. And I like your statement when they asked you how to feel to run the 9.7. What do you think about that? And you was like, yeah, my competitors got to go to sleep thinking about that, not me. The funny thing is, when you did do that in the World Championship, after talking to Bracy, it did change. When I talked to Bracy about it, he said it did change everybody's mentality, because it was like, whoa, like, bro, he either got something different or what the hell?
That was the moment he became the boogeyman to me, dog.
But I feel like if the semifinal ain't happened, I would have ran 9.6 that weekend.
I lost money on that.
That's where we was going to. But if it's the semifinal ain't never happened, I was on pace.
I bet it on that. I lost money to Justin. I said, remember, you was in the commentation booth, called you on the phone. I said, boy, the American record going right now. 967. 967.
It was supposed to be gone that
I said, it's gonna be going. I said, the American record is going right now, 967. And then it happened, but I bet it on you then. So know that. See, I have my money on you. I have my money.
So yeah, speaking on that part, right? I ain't even putting names out there, bro. Just the fact of, you see times getting ran by different athletes, right? You see the Olympics getting won by high 9.7s. You've been there. You've done that kind of stuff. What it make you feel like? You know what I'm saying? Do you be like, man, damn, I know I can do that? Or do you feel like motivation, like, y'all got it right now, but I'm bouncing back?
I feel like in the Olympic, even in the World Championship last year, I'm laughing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm running them times, but I was running them times with ease. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You can see it through the miles.
So me right now, I'm barely getting back up to speed. I lost my background, and I'm about to get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? My 400 strength and stuff. Because necessarily, I'm coming from a strength/speed endurance background. You don't need to do speed every day to get fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just basically I'm getting back to my shit, and hopefully them niggas ready.
I don't know if you watch our show, but remember I said that? Remember on the show, I was like, hey, Fred just ran 19.8.
We did.
I said, hey, this
more than once,
2025 is going to be a problem. I don't know if they know. If he stay healthy, he's going to be a problem.
I'm glad I finished the season healthy. So that's the best thing that happened. Yeah. I'm glad I finished the season healthy on to next year.
It's crazy. Let's we see that you did a little bit of coaching, man, with Demondo. Mondo.
Hey, it was Fred's fault, man.
They said.
Fred had me lose
I won that bet.
Fred had me lose the bet, dog.
Is there a coaching future for you, man? They said
no coaching.
No, you go. No, all right. You go there.
It definitely won't be track because I'm a competitor. You know what I'm saying? I would think every kid supposed to be like me. So I would definitely be, Mom, my coach has got him cussing at me. I'm like, then I would be, it's not for me. I'd rather teach S's and O's than track and field.
Okay, so you'll be out there on the gridiron.
Yeah, I'd rather do something like that than teaching track and field. I can teach speed, but I'd rather teach something that more of my background. Track and field is not really something I grew up in fully. I grew up in the X and the O's.
Man, I can still see Fred doing the coach, man. He gonna end up being the new version of Brooks, boy.
Oh, cussing shit. Cussing
if you ain't ready for this, don't come out here.
Everybody be gone the first day.
Let's I know you have a very, very strong mindset. You know what I mean? Justin's is the same. That's how he ran his career mostly. Coming up in the sport, like, who did you look up to, or do you even study film and be like, he's doing this right, he's more of my stature, I'll try to perfect what he's doing or get better at what he's doing? For me to be a better athlete, do you go through film like that, or you don't? You
really, truthfully, I ain't grew up with I grew up running 200 in high school, but I also grew up triple jumper, long jumper. I was not looking at no really sprints. I was looking at Edward from Great Britain, the white man. I used to be a
Jonathan Edwards.
Yeah, Jonathan Edwards. So I really ain't study none of this stuff until basically started my freshman year in school. But I really been not studying nobody because I'm just trying to go through the motion and all that stuff. I like doing track practice and stuff. I was looking at hype videos for basketball and football and stuff. So it's just like track and field. Like, I'm gonna just tell you the truth, it's boring. So only thing that motivate me it's just I gotta watch other stuff because once I leave like the track and field practice, I really don't do nothing about track. You can't pay me to talk about track.
What made you get into jumps though, like triple jump and everything?
I was like, I can jump. Like I actually got state medals in jumps.
Yeah.
Just like you with the hurdles, boy. Yeah, you ain't left an event and then you end up being great at another event.
Listen, I don't see no still photos of him in like the first phase of triple jump.
I got pictures. I got pictures in my phone. Like probably right now.
See that after this,
I got pictures. Like I was a jumper. Like you can Google me in high school and stuff.
So what would stop you now at this point? I mean, you would have, the only thing that missing from your set now is the gold medal, right? You almost got the full set. 2028, of course, I've seen you set it on your Instagram. You won't have the full set. And then you'll be going for the gold medal. You already got gold medal in the 100 in the World Championship. So we've seen you leave the 400 to the 100. What possibly may stop you from leaving the 100 to go to triple jump?
Nothing. I feel like triple jump is like it's just bad on knees and stuff. I seen more injury in triple jump than any other jump. It's just too bad on the knees.
It's
I'm surprised you made it out of there, Doug.
I like my ankles and stuff is like messed up. That's why if you really look at it how I do on a turn, it's not because I can't run a turn. That shit hurting.
Yeah. I've seen that you said you have a little
ankle.
Ankle.
Yeah, I was so surprised you was running the 200, especially at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying?
But it's much.
Yeah, but I really ain't run that much this year. If you really look at it, this year probably the least I run races.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay healthy. Was the most important key when I switched coaches. I said running is cool, but staying healthy is the most important part because this is Olympic year, you know what I'm saying? So like let's make it to the Olympic trials.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that was the most important key, staying healthy. If you're not healthy, you can't run.
So you say that the preventative measures for next year is to definitely have a team. So you have a team of doctors that'll be working with you going into next year.
So most likely you probably see me run more often because the more I run, the faster I get. So this year I ain't really run that much. So it's the most important thing was just staying healthy.
So you feel like especially at those moments where it mattered the most. Olympic trials, Olympic finals. The 9.8s you put out there were more willed 9.8s than even sharpened 9.8s. You just did it.
None of the races were sharpened. Not even the 200. It was none of my races this year were sharpened. It was just all hard.
So we're looking at, you ended the season with a 981, right?
Yeah.
So that definitely tells us with a sharper season that you have or base training, that's 9.7.
Yeah, though most of them runs were, I feel like they were more like struggle run, just get up and going.
Muscling it out.
Yeah, muscling the races out.
So he possibly talking about moving you out the top 5 that are alive.
He was supposed to have been a move out the top 5. I
You heard that man? That man said he was supposed to have been going out the top 5. He was supposed to have been going out.
Ain't shit I can do about it right now.
Yeah, I want to say I retire him though. I want to say I retire him though.
Oh, but shoot, Omanyala, I think Omanyala got that card.
The crazy thing is, he said that a long time ago, bro.
But them races in Ken don't really count.
Oh boy, Omanyala gonna be mad. You said that.
I don't really care, but he already know what it is. I run fast everywhere. I don't run like they said. We only run fast on home soil. We run fast everywhere.
Oh my god!
I ran 19 outside the soil. I ran 43 outside the soil and 19 outside the soil. That'll tell me what it really is.
So that means you're gonna go to Kenya and run 9.7 then?
Nah, I ain't going.
He might run faster than that.
Good over there.
Oh man, what's one of your greatest experiences in your success now? Like you could say in track and out of track. Greatest experience, that's something that's happened to you, man. Since
I feel like my greatest experience is traveling the world for free.
Track and field is the only sport that do that.
Yeah, traveling the world for free. But not only that, I feel like I met a lot of great people. Just like my thing is shaking hands, networking and stuff, and that was track gave me. You know what I'm saying? Networking for it can blossom me outside of the sport. I see a lot of different people from different countries and stuff. It's just basically making friends and stuff on longevity when we get outside this stuff. So if I go to South Africa, I know some people in South Africa. If I go to Kenya, I know some people in Kenya. If I go to Botswana, I know some people, so forth, so forth. So if I go to these different countries, I know people. So it's basically like shaking hands with friends, and that be turned family because I really don't got friends no more. They all family now.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's talk about some of your partnerships, man. And you say you're a businessman, and if you could give some of the up and coming young people some of the game and how you garnish some of those deals and what it would take to be where do what you're doing and have the deals you have. What are some of the deals that you have? Or
I got Tag, Nike at the moment, and those are the only 2 deals I got on the table right now. Oakley deal ran out. So it's all about negotiating. But the most important thing is staying healthy. That's how you keep your deal. And next thing, staying healthy. Third thing, staying healthy. Because time gonna come. If you training and everything, staying healthy is the most important thing, but also having the right agent. That's the key.
That's true.
If you don't got the right agent that can't work for you, or you run a fast time and they can't negotiate stuff for you, then you need to get rid of that agent because you is marketable. They just ain't trying to market you. So it's all about having the right team around you, not only from your coaching staff to the people around you, to your medical staff, and to your agent. So it's basically you, your own boss of your own team. So make sure you build your team around you, not the other way around.
I'm touch on something a little touchy right now. Feel free to answer you if you like, but y'all 4x1, the USA 4x1.
Why you ask me if it's gonna be touching me too, dog? You know I'm sensitive on that.
I know because you don't have a 4x1 medal, but anyway, I have 0 medals, so it don't matter. But you know what I mean. Everybody saw, congratulations to Canada, but the observation have been made through many analysts that you guys ran faster with all of the mistakes in the prelims than they even ran in the final. Basically saying that you guys gave away a gold medal. What would it take or the next time or world championship, what could we or you guys do, like whatever team is assembled to be better in that type of situation?
I feel like the athlete made this mistake. No coaches, no nothing made the mistake. The team was put in place. You know what I'm saying? That it was the athlete fault on that given day. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing because we had the team out there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was nobody else's choice but the athlete. That's the only thing I really can say. We did give a gold medal away in that relay, and we take full responsibility. But the curse gonna be over soon. You know what I'm saying? so I feel like we really can't do nothing. It's just like the world is waiting for USA to mess up, for they can get all over the newspaper and all that stuff. But we know we is great. It's just all about getting that shit done on the day. And I feel like when home soil come out, I feel like the world gonna be shocked. And they like when we win, it won't be no more new articles available. They're gonna be like, they not even probably gonna praise us because we supposed to been do that a long time ago from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we take full responsibility in our mistakes. But yeah, we run fast in the preliminary, but the preliminary don't count.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a two-part question. Who is your dream 4x1? You could use retired runners, and then one you have to use current runners.
Mm-hmm.
Dream 4x1, 2-part.
Like for which like
you could go for Carl Lewis, Michael. You could go from back 4x1, and then
just
all
USA alone.
Just USA alone.
Okay.
And you got to put them in order, and both got to have you in it.
I can't have me in it.
No, both have to have you in it.
Both of them.
Okay, I'll put Coleman on first, Justin on second, Tyson on third, me on last.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah, that'd be fire right
there. No, like
that would be fire.
I like to see that against the world record 4x1. That team right there.
Yeah. We definitely go 36 in that one.
Ooh, 100%. You ain't lying. That's 9-7, 9-7, 9-6, 9-7. Come on, man. Yeah. If y'all don't go 36, y'all need to be shot.
It's all about y'all about getting that stick around at the end of the day.
I mean, this is the perfect situation where you do get to stick around. Yeah. Now, name your 4x1 with current runners running today.
CC to me, to Arian, to Noah.
Oh, that's fine too, bro.
You always say Arian on third leg.
I
always say
put the kid on third leg. I don't know if you've been watching our show before. Justin, get this next question. We have a concept coming out. I think I dropped on the episode today. We dropped the episode today. Shoe Wars, right? And it's going to be, you're saying the perfect place to have it and everything. So now you run for the shoe brand Nike. This don't have to be a USA team, but it has to be all Nike runners, your dream, shoe label 4x1. What would that be?
And it can be mixed relay too.
Yeah, it could be mixed relay too. So you could do 4x4 and 4x1. But they only could be Nike athletes. They have to be Nike athletes. Can't be no Adidas.
I'm going to do 4x4 first.
All right, go.
I will put this Michael Johnson first leg, this 4x4.
Okay.
Me second, Quincy Watt third, and Rye last.
That'd be
tough.
That's about 352.
Yeah.
I mean 252. Yeah. 252. How about 252 right there?
That's the order too, right?
Yeah, that's the order.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that. All of them, all of them Nike. Yeah, all of them was Nike athletes. Yeah. All right.
I like you put Ryan there too, though, dog.
Oh yeah, he hold it down.
Oh, no, he did. What?
Every relay 4x4 relay Rob been on, he won that motherfucker. Yeah. So you can't.
You can't leave it
all of them.
Go with statistics, right?
Yeah, he been anchoring all of them too.
This is true. You trained with him for a little while too, right?
Yeah.
I was training with him out there.
Training is actually good in LA. Yeah. So it's, hey, dogs gonna be dogs, killers gonna be killers. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pick and choose your battle.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm surprised you didn't put your little bro on that 4x4.
My
He
little
Nike.
Nah.
The boho.
Yeah.
You
But you said
said
America.
you
said
said
No,
America.
I said only Nike
Oh, yeah, yeah,
athletes.
yeah.
They
So
don't
you
have to
take it
be
out
from the
there.
USA.
Oh, I would still pick USA athletes.
He true to the
He
USA.
put it out there, gonna keep it out there.
Yeah.
But you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like USA will always forever be on top, no matter what.
All right, but 4x1, but this one don't have to be US athletes. Meaning you could use any Nike athlete from any country.
I don't know too many Nike athletes from different countries.
Leslie,
Huh?
No, yeah, Taboho, he won.
Yeah.
Who else is?
I'm talking about all the good people that we still in the United States.
Oh yeah.
So it really,
He said he got a couple out there, but I ain't really focused
Yeah.
on
I
it
get
would
it.
just still be the USA team. I said,
Okay, cool.
oh, we got to replace Tyson.
No, he was Nike at the end of his career.
Nah, he was Nike at the end of his
So he
career.
would stay.
So he would stay.
What's your preferred leg to run when it comes to the relay? 4x1.
I did second in last leg at A&M.
So you like either one of them? You
Yeah,
could
it don't
Straight
matter.
away.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it don't really matter.
And especially with that ankle.
Yeah.
He's gonna stay off the curve.
Yeah.
Because they'll do
No, my ankle was not really messed up in A&M because we would work on it every day. When you turn professional, you got to pay it out of pocket.
Damn self,
So
dog.
it's different.
Shoot,
Yeah.
now that you're talking about that, what were the biggest shocks for you when you transitioned from A&M? Like turning pro, things that you lost from college and you turned pro and you was like, damn, I got to do this myself now. I got to do this
Well,
myself
you lose a lot of things from college to professionals. You doing everything on your own. Like you your own boss. You don't got nobody knock on your door. You got training and stuff. Remember, you paying your coach. It's not the other way around where this school pay your scholarship. You your own boss. You got to make sure you get treatment. You got to make sure you take ice bath. You got to make sure your health is good. So everything is on you. In college, they do everything on themselves. Your coach tell you can go to the training room, blah, blah, blah. So everything is on nutrition on your own. You gotta go cook your own food. You can't go to the dining hall and eat over there no more. So everything when you turn professional is all on you.
Yeah, so you're saying discipline would probably be...
Yeah, if you don't got discipline in this industry, hey, you already done.
Oh, you cook.
You done.
You cook.
So yeah.
You hear that, kids? Discipline.
It don't matter how talented you are. You cooked if you don't got no discipline.
Like a lot of people got talent, but a lot of people ain't make it out that first year or second year. They already back working 9 to 5.
Right.
No.
That's true.
Because if you make it through your second contract, you definitely in the mind of the greats already. if you don't make it past that first contract, you already know what happened next. I see a lot of people getting coaching jobs and all that stuff now. So it is what it is.
It'd be quick too, boy. You turn around like, hold on, man, hold on.
But
You
thought
just
of
was
coaching
running
that?
yesterday.
Yeah.
That is true, man.
So the persona, Nike Foot Fred, it really cemented itself this year. How you feel about that? What do you feel about the Nike Foot Fred?
I feel like
how it came about.
Hey, I guess all my fastest times ran in Nike. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's just like the Nike shoe put some power. Hey, but you know when you Michael Jordan will put on his shoes, or like Mike, give me the powers. I guess I got my powers back.
There it is. Sound like a warning shot to me.
Yeah, so you saying in the future we can see some Nike Foot Fred merch or anything like that?
Hey, you should not be saying on that because I haven't even planned to that. You got to think business because they're going to go steal the stuff and then boom.
Cut that part out. Cut that part out.
Hey, you got to be a businessman. They on stealing that and plotting and they making money off of me.
It's just true. It's just true. Especially we are the most robbed in track and field where we can't really benefit off our name, likeness, and persona. Like you could go on the internet and see your picture, somebody selling your picture.
Well, we were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
How the track game is so similar to the music game and how so many artists have created different personas of themselves because they can't even hold on to their original name because a label owns it. You know what I'm saying? So they got to keep evolving and changing who they are.
So even if something happened to you, you can't even say, oh yeah, that money it could transition to my kid or my son or whoever.
But that's when you got to actually be smart. You got to know how to read. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to read a contract, why sign it? A lot of kids don't know actually what they sign until it's too late. I read over every contract I made. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was given to me. I understand my contract more than my agent understand the contract. I understand more than the company know the contract. I know the in and out of all my contracts. I know what I need to do on that day. I know when bonuses and stuff. I know when time bonuses are. If I go break the world record tomorrow and then go break it the next day, you ain't getting no more money.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
one
pointless
time.
to break the record again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need to go faster. No, I don't. There's no more money. You know what I'm saying? So why showcase my talent if the contract already limited the money I get in? You know what I'm saying? So until people or kids or adults or whoever signing these contracts understand what they signing, then you can elevate the sport game though too. You know what I'm saying?
Putting the pressure back on the companies
Yes.
to be able to do what they're supposed to do contract wise.
Contract wise.
Mm.
But
Mm.
shoe companies should not run our sport.
What do you think about, we have a lot more younger athletes signing at a younger age. What would be your advice to them as far as like reading contracts? Because I mean, if you're 16, you're still in guardianship of your parents. Like, what is the best deal? You have a superstar athlete at a young age approach with a contract. What would be your thoughts?
I feel like it's cool of the ideal that the kids signing early, but it's also not cool because they haven't really developed to their strength yet. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been in the gym. They haven't really been none of that because I feel like you 16, you still a sophomore. You only if I go run, say for instance, if I go run 9.8 tomorrow as a 16-year-old, you got to run faster than that next year. You got to run faster than that next year. You think us grown ass men give a fuck about what the kid running? No. Now you got to do that week in and week out. So if the kid's not, I feel like the kids nowadays running too fast too early, and their coaches and stuff getting more benefit than the kids and stuff, because I feel like mental health will play a big factor in a lot of stuff because as kids, girls or women, they get mature way faster than us guys. So if a guy running fast at a younger age, they're not gonna benefit. They ain't lasting long. So it's better for the young man to go to school than the young women. Young women get faster early than the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys still haven't matured. They haven't been in the weight room, no nothing. So it's cool that contract is there, but it's also not cool that you basically pimping out your kids for the benefit of yourself.
Facts.
I can see where you could think that because you have more phenoms than have not survived than
Yeah.
phenoms surviving
Last-
who's transitioned from high school to pro.
I feel like the last from 2021 Olympic cycle to now, I haven't seen none of them phenoms.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. We've known athletes who signed really young and really early, and the fact is that they're getting treated like professionals, as they should.
Mhm.
But then their mental capacity and sometimes their body's not ready for that. And
Yeah.
like you said, the pressure. You can go run 9.8. You 16 years old, you running 9.8. But like you said, you got to run 9 almost damn every track meet you go to now. It has to be the norm for you.
Yeah.
And their body's not ready for that kind of stuff.
Shoot, not even that. I just think how our sport is, the travel factor. Now you got to go do that in Australia. You don't got no more Walmart over there. You out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
How do you travel? You get on
Yeah,
the plane.
your parents can't come
compressor
travel
side.
you.
You 16.
Yeah, you 16.
Your parents can't travel with you.
Yeah, so now you over there with your agent. You over there with a bunch of people you don't know. It could be cold, I mean.
I feel like it's good for publicity, but at the end of the day, the kids not even being kids no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the kids is like, okay, you racing against strong mans. Now you ain't racing high school kids and stuff. You racing against us weekend and oh yeah, you run fast this time. But we know our stuff don't start until USA's.
No.
Our season don't start until USA. Yeah. So when they see us running slow, but we haven't really hit nothing yet. So our stuff don't start until USA. Now we start getting ready for World Championship, Olympic Games and stuff. That's when the real season starts. But a lot of people don't understand, these guys are not running fast. Or they running slow. But we know when season really start. It's at USA's.
Yeah.
That's when the season really starts. Because the people that don't make the team, they already going back home. You know what I'm saying? And all the real dogs still competing.
I don't like that because it also messes with them mentally. And why I say is because usually when you're a child phenom of your generation, you blowing everybody out the water. Everybody. So your understanding of winning and losing is skewed. Like you win more than you lose. And you know when it comes to losing, it's like you have to have a certain mentality to be able to bounce back from that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And now you ain't just losing like getting like second or third. These young kids getting eighth, seventh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be demoralizing.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it hurting. I feel like it's hurting our sport though too, because they talented. You know what I'm saying? But they should not be running. I feel like they should just stay in like the kid path. They good to compete with us, but at the end of the day, we meant for these moments. You know what I'm saying? So under 23, under 20, and all that, that's good for them. But we gonna hurt their feelings because I'm talking shit in the call room. I'm looking at you in the call room. I'm staring you down. I don't care because at the end of the day, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they jumped into your world. Yeah.
So it's just like, you can like, I don't want to say that, but you can see in the call room how the kids is terrified. Just like nothing wrong with praying, but praying more often, just walking around looking up. Well, you already lost. You know what I'm saying? You already lost. We already in your head. Like we just staring at you. We are in your head, but it definitely hurting the kids more than it helping the kids. But the problem with our society nowadays, everybody want a piece of the pie. When I say piece of the pie, they want to market these kids to better help the network. You know what I'm saying? For their own self good, they marketing these kids. Oh, you this, but it's also hurting the kids too. Because every time you look around, you in somebody's camera, you in somebody's news. But once you go do a bad race, they're gonna say, something bad about you. But the kids don't understand that. They used to winning.
Yeah.
But they don't understand when they're losing and stuff comes.
Yeah. So and the funny thing is that come with our game. You get the praise once you're winning, but then once you start losing, it's very hard mentally to deal with those type of interviews as to why you lost or why this happened. And some interviewers could press more than others. We seen one of your interviews when we was watching, and he was like, "Man, you need to back up a little bit." And you was like, "Yeah, man. Fuck, I just ain't had it today."
You're talking about the one with Lewis.
Yeah.
Man, why Lewis out there pressing y'all like that, bro? He was never like that, bro.
But see, the problem is, I feel like you see the problem is he used to messing with soft people. You know what I'm saying? But I actually come from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to just keep on saying, like, I said what I said. Let me go on about my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were trying to be real professional about it.
Being stuff, like, but at the end of the day, like, that's who it is. Like, give me my truth and go on about my business. Like y'all want us to be like a yes man. Most of us not yes man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just called me after my race. What the hell am I supposed to say? Oh, it was bad. Nah, that shit was trash. I fucked up and let me move about my business. That's the problem. Like, y'all want to blind us and be all proper and stuff, which is cool, but it's not cool because it's just getting who we really not. You know what I'm saying? That's what this sport's really about. Y'all trying to put us in these positions that some people are acting out of their characters and not really their characters. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be me 24/7. That's the only thing I know how to be. I can't be nobody else.
Yeah.
So it just is what it is.
So speaking about that, how did you like how Netflix
How Netflix did
or box to box?
Yeah.
Not really Netflix, box to box films. How did they?
It really ain't show us how they really film us. This shit is Hollywood. That's what it really come down to. And nothing else really. They show us as villains. They cut and fits pieces together that not really supposed to be meant together and stuff. So the shit is Hollywood. There's nothing else to it. It's cool for the sport, but it's really not showing us, because I film way more stuff than what really is. How they really supposed to do it. They should start out with Jacobs to World Championship. Me in 2023 really not even supposed to be on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the season just ended. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
how they really were supposed to do it, and then they should start this season 2 with World Championship Noah, and then obviously the finish of the season when he won the Olympics. But how they did it was not. It's Hollywood.
I didn't like it because I felt like in certain
It's
aspects,
portrayed who he really is, though, too.
well, I think also it blindsided a lot of the characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the portrayal of you was never, I felt like, the champion you were.
Mm-hmm.
in that proceeded to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
It should have gave you the opportunity to show your backstory to the point of you being that champion, you getting to that point, and then the collision of you and Noah.
Yeah.
The fact of you was the antagonizer to his procrastination, you know what I'm saying? Like in that situation, like you were that dude that had to be in the way for him to get to where he needed to get to, but it never paid homage to you to say, you that dude because you that dude. And then this dude has to come along and kind of like get himself to that next level.
I feel like we all said that, but we ain't getting no money for this shit.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We ain't getting paid for this shit. So basically, like I said, we slavery to these people. We doing them a service. They making money off of us, and we ain't getting shit from it. So this sport is fucked up. How we ain't getting no money. And we're definitely slave to this sport that we give everything to.
Mhm.
And you put that out there for real, for real.
100%.
I know, but that's why
100%.
that's why we here. We here to let athletes speak on their truths, speak on things that we know about. That we have a few shows that we will expose some things in the near future. You know what I mean? We want to be that show that shows the insides and outs. We have a lot of people who don't watch track and field who actually watch our show and they learn so much things of, oh, they didn't run fast because the weather, or we didn't know that weather affect y'all, or if it's cold or it's hot, or we didn't know contracts was built like this. And that's what we want to be. We want to promote track and field, but we know that there's a lot of nuances in the way of the athletes getting paid, and we want to change that narrative because we love this sport. And we want to see this sport get paid like a basketball or get paid like an NFL person. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do. You know?
I mean, our sport at this point in time will never get to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time.
Until you cut the heads.
Exactly. Until
you
a
go
lot
shit.
of things change, heads are taken, places are being replaced.
They're not being a lot of people greedy in this sport.
Yeah. The trickle effect is crazy in our sport, right? Like the money flowing from the top stops and maybe trickles out when you see a lot of people in uproar. Then all of a sudden, it's, okay, we got a little more money. Here you go. Mm-hmm. Oh, what about this? Okay, we got a little more money. Here you go, right? What I think really needs to take place in our sport, especially for the young athletes, is understanding wealth management. When you do get money, what are you doing with it? You know what I mean? Like I was lucky enough to be able to use my money, put it aside, put it into stocks, put it into bonds, make my money grow itself. You know what I mean? And I was grateful enough to say, okay, once I step away from the sport, I can self-sustain myself. Huh? And that's the same thing you're doing with you. When it comes to the properties, it comes to buying land, you are making your money grow itself.
The biggest thing I would say, people work on their end plan when they end, but you're supposed to work on your end plan while you in the main plan. So a lot of people don't work on their end plan. When they work on the end plan, once they, I don't know what's next. Like you already got to know what's next when you first started your career. When you get that first piece of check, you got to work on your end plan now, not later when you at the end of your career. That's feel like I've been watching over the years how there's nothing wrong with living in apartments or none of that stuff, but a lot of people live in apartments, but they wear flashy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got nothing to show for it. They can't do nothing. You got fancy cars and stuff, but them fancy cars, like I can go rent that car tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? What you got next? You know what I'm saying? You just spend $500,000 on a car, but you don't got no roof over your head, really, because that apartment is not yours. You know what I'm saying? How can, like, I live in multiple places, but all that stuff paid off. But how can I educate the next generation to do that? And I feel like our sports should be able to tell the kids how to do that. But our sport is not, because, oh, the next person up. You know what I'm saying? Like like say for instance, you was gone, the next 4 or 5 athletes is up already. But nobody telling us that. You know what I'm saying? Because they really don't care about how we manage the money. You know what I'm saying? They only care about their pockets. And until the OGs and stuff start stepping up, and even the younger people that got education start stepping up and tell the kids how to manage their money. Either we ain't want to take the money, just tell them, make sure you go get a piece of something for when this sport's done to work on your implant. Because once it end. Tell me which sport you can go get $4,000 or half a $100K for 9 seconds. Can't get that nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't get that in no 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's just like, you get the money while you can, but also when you get that money, go put it away. When I say put it away, it's like you said, the stocks and bonds. Like, put a piece of land all over the United States of America, all over the world where you can buy. You know what I'm saying? How can you invest? You know what I'm saying? If y'all need some barbershops, I got a barbershop in Miami. So yeah,
You gonna get my jump time too.
so
it's
it's
ain't
just
gonna be $85, right?
hey, it is what you paying Brickle price.
Oh,
It's not $85.
I'm gonna cut my hair with a brick then.
It's not $85 though, but as you saying, like, the kids got to understand the value of $1.
100%.
They do. I mean, even when you look at where we at the Athlos meet that's going to happen, right? It doubled the prize money, right? So first place is going to be $60K. There's a lot of people in America and around the world who work all year long just to make $60K. These females are going to go out here and run 11 to 10 seconds to make $60K. So that cycle's perpetuated. Now I'm going to go to the next meet. I'm going to score big. I'm going to go to the next meet. I'm going to score big. And then by the time you retire, you realize, like, hold on. I made this in 10 seconds. Now I got to wait a whole year to make this?
Yep.
Like, now your mind is warped. Now everything's all upside down. Now you're trying to figure out how to be able to manage your life because you really didn't know that the fast money was going to stop at some point in time.
Yeah, but that's what all about networking though too. Like I said earlier, like, you got to learn how to have a mouthpiece on you to network, because you got people in plain clothes that want to invest in you, but you're not opening your mouth up.
Facts.
Yeah, I think what you both said is highly valuable. But a lot of the college kids don't realize when they come out, even though you have a degree, you might have a shoe company that come and give you $250K, but your degree wouldn't have got you that if you took the 9 to 5 route. The most you probably would have got, I mean, even if you had a higher degree, you maybe start at 80K. But making $250K a year from a shoe company, if you know how to manage and invest that, then that's a different story. So when the contract is done, that's how a lot of athletes be messed up. They don't know they're lost. They don't know, they're like, I don't have any money. I ran track for this long and it hasn't given anything to me. No, you just didn't invest what it did give you as well as you should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you got $250K, don't go buy a $250K car. Put 20% down on a house, and now, real estate never really depreciates, so it goes. So
Yeah.
I definitely think that the kids need to hear you guys, because both of you guys have had anywhere to 6 or 7 figure deals to where you guys can understand like how the track and field works. You have anything else for Fred?
I mean, at the end of the day, the things that we talked about before, right? And I knew it was going to come to this point when I retired. It's the fact of people like him in the game, me outside the game now. We should be able to sit down and have dinner, talk business,
Yes.
talk about what I've been through, what you're going through. So, and I'm a true believer because I'm a father, right? And the next generation needs to be better than the previous generation.
Of course.
Period.
Yes.
And when we talked about earlier, we were joking about top 5. Go for that shit. That's what it's there for.
But
you see what I'm saying?
Me personally, track take care of itself. Like, I'm a sportsman, all that. But like you said, when we in the just chilling, I should be able to call every great that before me, every great that gonna be coming after me. Hey, can we go chill, talk about dinner? But the problem with that, people is too naive, I would say. They don't want to give you on no game out there invest in none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Or they're probably still competing against you mentally.
So it's just,
mentally.
yes. So
they
But
still
the crazy
competing
is
up here.
it's the generational gap though. Like people who would never have the opportunity to compete against Fred may be jealous of them.
Yeah.
Somebody who ran in the 90s, early 2000s, they looking at Fred like, man, he making more than I ever made in my life. Yeah, but it's a different era, bro.
Yeah.
It's a whole different era. You would want somebody like him to be able, because you know who's going to keep your legacy going? Him. He going to keep talking about like, man, I sat down with Gat, man, we talked, we broke bread, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to pass on the next jewel to the next generation.
But a lot of people ain't going to break bread. You know what I'm saying? I come from where people actually break bread. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in this sport ain't breaking bread. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been like football, people break bread. You know what I'm saying? Give me the next knowledge, how to get to it. A lot of people ain't breaking bread. I actually talked to you, Tyson, Asafa. Y'all actually broke bread with me. You know what I'm saying? How to fish my 100 meters and stuff. So it's just like people actually breaking bread, but a lot of people ain't gonna break bread because, how this cat running fast and stuff like that. How they making this much money? Or even because, like I say, winning and losing coming down a dozen. Like I'm not afraid to lose because I already successful. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're afraid to lose, why even do what you do? You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to lose. That's why I'm successful. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to win at the end of the day.
Nice. It reminds me of the scene, remember in Life, the movie Life, when Can't Get Right makes it big and he goes off to the league. And everybody who's still locked up watching him be like, man, go get yours, dog. It was so much love because they realized that at that point in time, they all were down. We just needed one to make it, dog. Just one. And that tradition needs to keep going forward, man. So everybody listening, man, y'all connect. We all athletes.
Mm-hmm.
The window of success in track and field.
In sports alone.
In sports alone, it's small, bro.
This is why I think like when they announced the deal with Noah, it was good when they say, he had the second biggest contract behind Bolt. And why some of these things, not Noah, but anybody who it was, even if it wasn't Noah, if it was somebody else, should be disclosed. You should celebrate that because now, by his achievements, if you achieve anything close, you can say, I want that. I want what that guy got because that's what I'm worth. But we know that the transparency ain't in our sport. You could probably be whooping somebody's ass in your event and they be making more money than you.
Yeah.
And in your head, you be like, how? How is that happening? You see what I'm saying? So when we see somebody like that, we should celebrate him because if he do it, now somebody else could go do it and somebody else do it. And that's how the contracts get bigger. That's how more money go to the athletes. Sport has been heavily watched this year. And I think next year is going to be even better with all the events and everything else. There's going to be a lot of money to be made by the athletes because the people up top are going to make money regardless.
Yes.
But we're in this to help you guys get paid more because, Justin then went top, bottom, back to the top. So he's seen it all front to back. So that's why we do this show like how we do and we talk the way we talk.
So there's a lot of 1v1s going around and we seen you talk about it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? What do you feel about the 1v1s? And do you think it's a good step in the right direction for our sport, period? Like creating and making a normal thing?
I feel like 1v1s is actually good for the sport. Because you got a lot of head busters that talk shit because they get lucky at the one race and stuff. But if you like World Athletics actually doing all the, like if you go look at stats, I can show you how many times I beat you and show you how many times you beat me. How many times you beat me? 0.
Dang!
You see that, dog? Listen, bro, that sounds like a 1v1 challenge. I'm about to come out of retirement.
That joke was crazy just now. I did not expect that. I didn't.
I'm going to have to come out of retirement for this.
Boy,
on
OSG, boy. Did not expect that.
But 1v1 is actually, I feel like, good for the sport. No matter any event, just call somebody out, and they should have the bread to finance so that that stuff. It should not be nothing stupid. It should be something reasonable and stuff. Like actually is something that you can possibly do and stuff. But the 1v1 is actually can grow the sport better than it won't hurt the sport. It actually would grow better because a lot of people want these 1v1s.
Who would you call out on your 1v1? This your camera right here.
Like me personally, I would not call out nobody in these 1v1s because I got more wins than anybody in these 100 races and stuff.
What about in the unorthodox race, like a 300 or
300?
150? Let's say 150, because I seen your 14-second 150. Who would you call out in a 150?
150? I would just call out the greats, the people that actually, I never ran the 150 in nothing. So whoever got the top 3 fastest time.
Noah's one of them.
Of course. Of course.
Noah's one of them. He's top 2. Top 3, the 2 are retired, which is Usain Bolt and Tyson. And then Noah is number 2.
They gave him that time, but anyways.
Oh!
You know what
I was
it
not
is.
expecting that.
Well, it's Fred you talking to.
Paris, man. How was that? How was the vibe out in Paris for you, man? Second Olympics you've been to. This one, stadium packed. First one you've been to, ain't nobody in the stadium, dog. What was the difference between the two?
The difference between the two, I feel like it's actually the same. But the first one, it was just like I'm practicing. I go into an empty crowd and just do what you do best in the stadium, just training. The second one is basically like the whole world is literally watching. You got 70,000 people in the stands, and you just gonna run. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we waited too long in Paris.
They held you a long time.
But they said somebody ran on track.
We didn't see it. We was in the stadium.
Yeah,
we was in the stadium.
You know, because like I'm looking like, so my heart was just beating fast. So I'm ready to run. And then it just went away. So if my heart was like,
your adrenaline came down.
Yeah, it went away. I feel like we all could have. You probably would have saw a faster race out of everybody.
I believe it.
I believe it.
So I feel like the 9.7s, even the person that ran 9.91, we all could have ran something that the world was not ready to watch. It would have happened 5 minutes earlier. So I feel like the race was going to be faster than what it is, but you can't take that away. But the race was definitely one for the ages. Definitely one of the most beautiful races I've been a part of. And stuff just like, it all basically came down to who can dip the fastest.
Shoot.
There's nothing else that you can take away. Like, I feel like everybody that came to that final, you should be walking away proud because the medal ain't define your greatness. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that definitely was the most beautiful race I've been a part of in my track and field career.
No, definitely. I mean, it's the fastest race in history by the average of time. So it's the first. So before that, it was his race, 2012. But now it's this race. So you definitely was a part of history in our sport as the fastest race in human history. So that's definitely a great thing. Going through your phases, man, at what point, because we all know or you feel that you could have won that race. At what point you feel that?
If you go watch that race, I gave that race up when I got up.
Your transition.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go look at that race, I was killing them. And once I got my transition, I took a step backwards and then tried to run again. I lost that race. But you live and you learn. I ain't gonna tell nobody, but that race is not supposed to be won by none of them people. I lost that race. And old boy ain't never had pressure on the side of it because he already was locking up. And I'm seeing him locking up too. And Noah was just too far away. He can't even really see him because it basically was like a blank line. Can't really see nobody.
Can't feel that energy out there.
You can't feel nobody. Yeah. So it's just like that race was lost by my transition.
I always said that. I said, I look at your races and I can see in real time. If you transition nice and smooth and quickly, it's over. It's yours. If it's like a hitch in your transition and then you go, I was like, that's where it gets you right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If you go watch the race, like I was up, now back, and then start running again. that would really happen. Like I looked at it one time. I'm like, yeah, that's why I lost the race at, and then I didn't watch the race no more.
Mm.
So
Yeah, when we was in the stadium, the first name that came up was your name. It was like, oh,
I was like, boy.
yeah. I was looking. I'm like, don't let it be. I was like, if I won this, all these guys is trash. That's definitely what I said. I'm like, ain't no way.
yeah, bro.
Ain't no way.
Because you ran less than them, you wasn't sharp,
Mm-hmm.
and you came out and pulled it out, right?
Yeah.
You did your thing.
Yeah, man. Outside of that Olympic final, what other Olympic final would you feel like you would have wanted to be in to race the greats, the ones who you said before you?
See, I really haven't watched no other Olympic final. I see all this stuff on YouTube and stuff, but I really can't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
So it really nothing. I ain't watched. I watched like the 100 meters and stuff, but I really haven't watched it. It was basically doing like y'all Olympics stuff. I wasn't football season, so
I only got one question.
mm-hmm.
You made a tweet and said, "Next time I step on the track, world record." Now I believe that you know you can, and in good shape. You know, at the end of the day, we know you can go definitely below 9.7, right? Was that more of putting people on notice? Or
No, that was not putting people on notice. The next time I step on the track, it was supposed to be a world record.
Okay.
Because what I did in training, it was stupid. So if you will translate that to the track meet, it would have been good. But New York happened the way it's supposed to for my success.
It all falls in line the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to. I've had some of those practices before.
Yeah.
At a time, you be like, ooh, we ready.
That's how I know I was getting back to Fred Kerley.
I am history. That's what I call you. Yeah, man. Shoot. But if you don't have nothing else,
Yeah.
man. Fred, if you have any type of statement you want to make to anything, any PSAs or anything, this is
They
your
just
camera.
stay blessed. Stay blessed. Hey, keep on doing what y'all do, man.
All right. For your next time, man, we're going to see y'all next time on Ready, Set, Go. Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming, boy.